All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to a TMossBoss news video. And in today's video, I just wanted to, because I know this video is going to probably get uploaded sometime later. But yeah, I'm recording this on the day of. And yeah, man, this Charlie Kirk situation. It's one of those things where it's like I get that you don't agree with this guy's political views, but at the same time, he didn't deserve to lose his life over it. Even when Trump, there was like the two assassination attempts that he was a part of. And that's something that I've always have said about that, because there have been people that will approach me and they will talk on that, and I'm like, if anything's, it's going to do more damage than good. And I feel like that all this is did is like, yeah, it might not be something where it's going to cause like a countrywide damage, and really at the end of the day, I don't know. But two kids lost their dad. A wife lost her husband. And then his other extended family members and friends, they lost him. And it's all because of his political views. And at the end of the day, it's like he's entitled to have whatever political views he wants to have. If he wants to vote for Trump, he could do that. If he wants to vote for himself to be in office, he could do that. If he wants to vote for whoever, that is his choice. That's the thing about politics, is that you have the choice to vote for whoever it is that you want to vote for. Now, he made that decision of voting for Trump. That's his decision. That's something that he was going to live with. But it's something where we shouldn't have a say so, or we shouldn't, I guess, because he declared his support towards Trump, we have to, I guess, feel a certain way about it. We got to do something about that, fam. The thing is this: I'm not a Trump supporter. I know people probably will watch this video and be thinking like, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter. You're this, you're that." I'm not. I don't like Trump at all. If anything, I wish that he would hurry up and get out of office, because I just feel like him being in office is doing more damage to the country than it is doing good to the country. So yeah, at the end of the day, not a Trump supporter. Never will be a Trump supporter. Got no desires on being a Trump supporter, but I don't want to see people wrongfully lose their life over words. And yeah, it's like, from what I have read and from what I've seen, he did say some crazy stuff throughout his career. It's one of those things where I'm like, fam, I didn't have people say much more crazier things to me, to where it's like I just sweep it underneath the rug and I go on about my business. But I'm not like, oh, if somebody says something crazy about me or about my people or whatever, it's like, fam, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. I would rather have it where at some point in time they have that realization that they messed up, and then sometime later they're apologizing for their actions, versus, it's like you seeing him fighting for his life. And that's one thing about it. It's like, I do not recommend anybody watch the video. Like, if you're watching this video, I guess, like, if you wanted the description of it, because I did see the video myself, it was a pretty dark video. I mean, he's sitting there, he's talking, and then yeah, at some point in time he gets shot in the neck, blood starts pouring out and stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I've seen a lot of different videos of people getting killed, and if whether it's like you seeing right when they get killed or the aftermath. And yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't understand like why it had to go down like that. It's like, and to the guy that shot him, I'm glad that he got caught and he's alive. So it's like he can, it's one of those things where it's, because you hear those situations where it's like they end up getting killed or they end up killing themselves, and then you don't really get to see them, go to prison. Because yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that guy deserves life. I know people will probably say like, oh, he deserves a death penalty. Not me. I'm like, you do something like that to a person where it's like you put them in a situation where it's like they're fighting for their life and they end up losing that fight. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bruh, you need to be in prison for the rest of your life. He looked like he was an old dude anyways, so it might not be that long. But yeah, it's still one of those things where it's like you need to suffer behind that, not no quick like, oh, death penalty and all that stuff. No, you need to be in prison for the rest of your life. And it needs to be one of those things where it's like, when you are getting, I guess, sickly and too old and all that. Like, I hope like the doctors keep working on you to keep you alive to live out your sentence for to the full maximum sentence possible. Because it's again, I don't agree with Charlie Kirk, what he was behind, who he supported, all that stuff, but he also didn't deserve to die. So that's one of those things where I'm like, if you feel a certain way about somebody, it's like, okay, feel that way, but taking their life over it's just, yeah, no, it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, bro, that I won't support. So yeah, it's sad because it was like I was really hoping that he pulled through, but the way that he got shot, like, if you haven't seen the video, do not watch the video. But I was hoping that he would pull through, but then it's like, and you watch the video, it's like, just with the amount of blood that was pouring out, and then just how he, like, because he did tense up when he got shot. And yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, you hope and pray that he pulled through. But yeah, it's like, just with the amount of damage that was done, like, I have heard situations before where people have gotten shot in the neck, and it's yeah, it's a very critical area to get shot at and stuff. So, but yeah, overall, it's like, it really is sad that he that what had happened to him had happened. It's like, he didn't deserve that, despite his political views and what he stood for. Eventually, I feel like that it would have been a point in time where he would have had a different outlook on it, because, like, yeah, it's like, you got two young kids, and it's like, and I feel like that's how people should have, looked at that, where it's like, okay, he has kids. Most likely his kids is going to get older. And they're going to have their own political views and, what they stand for. And I guess just with the environments that they're involved in and all that stuff. And I feel like that if there's anything that he's going to put first, it definitely would have been his kids. So if his kids would have been like, oh, dad, the stuff that you support, the stuff that you're behind, all that, you need to change. You need to. And I think, like, when he can see, like, how passionate that his kids are about, whatever it is that they're talking on, I think at some point in time, he definitely would have had a change of heart, So yeah, it's just something where I just, again, I just don't think he deserved what he had went through. But yeah, the damage has been done. It's like, glad the guy got caught. And yeah, it's just, if, but like I was saying, it's like, if anything, this is going to cause more damage than, I guess, people thinking like, oh, this is making the country better. It's not, it's just, it's one of those things where I'm like, people need to really sit down and think about their actions before they go through with them. Because I'm like, I feel like it's just going to be a domino effect for people that they're not even involved, like they ain't have nothing to do with this and stuff. But anyways, yeah, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.